3, 2, 1. Hello, my friends, my little YouTube friends. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I told you your girl was gonna get back into it, back into the groove of things. I'm here to teach you how to do the nicest, sexiest, bronziest, golden, dewy, buttery, cutter,
do the brown, not the butter,
eye look ever. I know it's COVID and I know there's a whole pandemic going on and there ain't shit to do. But honestly, with this look, since we're all wearing masks, the eyes do it all. You know, your eyes are going to be speaking to the nation. So let's get into the look today. Also, I would like to thank Audible for once again sponsoring your girl HRUSH. If you guys didn't know from my last video, I said that in the last year, 27% of the population does not educate themselves anymore, doesn't read books. And I really thought the last time I said that number, it would maybe, I don't know, decrease by even 0.5%, but it hasn't. It is so important to continuously educate yourself. You don't have to read. You can use audiobooks instead. It's really not that hard. If you're driving, you're doing your makeup, you're about to go to sleep, you're cooking, I don't know, whatever you do to float your boat, just listen to them. It is very mind-blowing how much you can educate yourself, your mother, your kids with audiobooks. All you have to do is go to audible.com/HRUSH or text HRUSH to 500 and get your read on, but just get your ears on. Information, very good for your head, very good for your soul, very nice, I like it. About maybe 50 of the questions stated the same thing. What happened to your boyfriend? What happened to your boyfriend? Honestly, at the moment, I didn't feel comfortable talking about it. I didn't feel safe talking about it. I was just afraid to get emotional in front of camera, not for the reasons that you guys think. Today is going to be a makeup tutorial, and I'm going to be doing a story time of what happened between my boyfriend and I. I'm kind of scared because I feel like I'm gonna cry while doing my makeup and it's gonna ruin the whole purpose of it. During this transition in my life, this situation, I have been listening to a book called Becoming a Narcissist's Nightmare by Shahida Arabi that is on Audible. Honestly, I'm a type of person that I like to understand why people do certain things. We've all come across at least one narcissist in our lives. Not all of them get crazy and violent. Listening to this book has really helped me understand the situation. No matter what, it's not forgivable. But at the same time, it gives me the insight of someone's mind state that is capable of doing such horrific things. I think that at least one of us, whether it's your boyfriend, your mother, your father, your cousin, your best friend, you never know, or people you work with, we all know at least one narcissist. And this book really breaks down mental disorders, certain characteristics people have, what you should watch out for, red flags, and it really helps you have a better relationship with yourself. It took a lot for me to stand up. After listening to this book is when I was like, I have to talk about it. And I have to be the voice of reason. I have to be strong no matter how scared and vulnerable I am right now. I have to be strong because it would be my fault if another girl Can I get a napkin? Thank you. It would be my fault if another female found themselves in the same position as me. With me doing this video, I pray to God that no one finds themselves in the position and the situation I just recently went through. And if I'm saving one person out there, so be it. I'd rather be mortified and crying on camera than ever carry the guilt of knowing that somebody else had to endure what I did. With that said, Shahida, Arabi, and Audible. I thank you guys a lot because it was because of this book and the teachings in this book that gave me the courage to come onto camera and cry, because we all know, if you know me, you know I hate crying in front of people. It's not my vibe. It's not my thing. For me to even post this is a very big deal for me, because I feel like I'm always the one that has everything together. I'm the one that's always confident, holding everyone together. But with today's video, it's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to show your pain to everyone, because you never know what anyone is going through. And if I can help anyone out there going through the same thing as I'm going through, like, I have such a strong family, and my backbone is so strong because of my family and my friends. If I had nowhere to go, like I haven't been able to go home. I have a restraining order. It's like literally from a Hitchcock movie. Like, I couldn't make this shit up. With all that said, today's video is about strength. And I want to be a prime example for anyone out there in a tough situation, that you can carry on your life, no matter the circumstance, with strength and grace. I wasn't ready to talk about it until I listened to the book on Audible. It really taught me how to get out of this mind state that I was in, where, yes, the crime had happened, yes, it was said and done, but I still was falling into this pocket of, maybe he didn't mean to, or he's in pain, or I didn't help him enough, or I didn't love him enough. He probably had a horrible childhood, or so on and so forth. There's no excuse for violent actions, male, female, whatever you are out there. Like, there's no reason, especially a male, to put his hands on a female is completely disgusting, in my opinion. It is monstrous and unacceptable in all words and all descriptions in the dictionary of unacceptable. Let's get started with my makeup. I'm using GlamGlow Super Toner first. It's hot outside, and let's clean up the face a little bit. Also, Audible members get one free audiobook, gain access to a monthly selection of Audible originals. So we're just gonna use a pad and just clean this bitch up. I'm wearing tapes, guys, so you know, gotta get in there. So once you have the toner on, you're gonna let it like sit for a little bit, because you don't want to put anything on after, like, while your toner is wet, because it'll have like a really weird chemical reaction. I'm gonna use the Mer Cream and the MAC Strobe Cream Hydrant in Pink Light. So again, of course, I always put everything on the back of my hand. We're gonna grab a mirror, and I'm going to start off with putting this. The reason why I'm going to put this underneath is because it like really glows underneath foundation, and it gives you this like glowing from within look. You know, you just look like a goddess. Like, with that already, you can just like leave it alone and leave it at that. So I'm gonna start talking about it before I do my eyes, or I get like too deep into doing my makeup and I f it up. My boyfriend, well, my ex-boyfriend, and I think that's what like lingers in my head. Why do this to me when I've done so much for you? I helped him, I picked him up, I helped him get sober. And the funny thing is, like, just my intuition always told me no. But I'm a type of person that I like to, I don't know, fix broken birds. And so on September 5th in the evening, he decided he was going to get into a UFC rink with me. And I had no knowledge that I was about to go in and get the beating of a lifetime. He just snapped out of nowhere and attacked me. He kicked me multiple times in the face, hit my head against the wall, choked me to the point that blood was foaming out of my mouth. I don't know who would do something like that to another person. When certain people heard about it, like, their first reaction was, well, what did you do to him? Did you cheat on him? I'm here to tell you, if any of you guys have found yourself in that position, of course I didn't. If you find yourself in that position, there is absolutely no excuse for it. There is no excuse for a man to touch a woman. I don't give a f what anybody says. A guy should not touch, put his hands, his feet, throw you, push you. None of that is acceptable. Like, absolutely not. You're taught as a child by your family or your parents or someone, boys don't hit girls. It's a complete no-no. He annihilated me. And I mean, my nose is puffier. It's fractured now. You guys can tell the difference. Like it like clicks every time I touch it. Like literally it's clicking right now. I'm sure you guys can see the difference from videos before to now. I was dripping in blood from head to toe. And honestly, I would like to thank the police officers. I'm just so amazed at how fast they worked and arrested him. And he posted bail for over $1 million. I don't know how that works out. I was fortunate enough to have had cameras in my home to have caught the entire thing. I wasn't going to talk about it. There is a court case, as I said. It is a criminal investigation. But the way I'm seeing it now, I just feel like he's going to do it to another person. If this is going to help anyone from getting themselves out of the situation, because recently I found out he has done it to 5 other women, and he has a way of threatening women and threatening people to keep their mouth shut, and apparently he has problems with a lot of people, which again I was unaware of. He has a way of getting people to shut the up, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to allow another woman to be in the same position. And again, if you guys are in this position, there are so many domestic violence cases, but like for me, it's not even domestic violence. He got charged with torture because he beat me in the timeline along 2 hours and 17 minutes, and I was passed out. And he still continued to beat me. Like, I'm not joking. Like, it was the scariest moment of my life. I thought that I was going to die because he was trying to kill me. The reason why he did that was, I don't know, I was like picking up that he was like narcissistic, only cared about himself. I'm not like that. I like a positive vibe always around me. I can't stand people that do like bad things. It's just not who I am as a person. And I think I fell out of love with him. But like what was keeping me with him was I thought I can fix him. And I felt his pain. I felt something inside of him. And that's what attracted me to him. But who would have thought that I get this in return for trying to help somebody? I refuse to be a victim. I'm strong. And my supporters and my little friends have made me strong. And it is my duty to you guys to spread this message, to keep you guys safe, and to let you know it's okay if you find yourself in this position, but you need to get yourself out. There's no reason in hell anyone should touch you. I'm going to use NC15 Studio Sculpt Concealer. Everything that I use is going to be linked below, and I'm just going to like pat that in. Ever since listening to Becoming a Narcissist Nightmare, if you guys lightly think your partner is a narcissist, you need to get the out, because there's no saving that. It's like a personality disorder, and all that person cares about is themselves. It shows you how to clock the red flags and shows you kind of how to react to everything that you're going through. Honestly, with what I'm putting out, like I don't know what the outcome is going to be. So I'm just taking the Crease blender from Makeup Addiction, and I'm just going to buff that out so it's not so thick and remove anything that doesn't belong. Also, if you guys are in this situation similar to mine, please go to the link down below and get help. There's always someone to talk to. There's always facilities that you can go to. There are 24-hour homes you can go to, especially for women that have children and find themselves in this position. My heart goes out to you guys. You guys are so strong. It's okay to seek help. I know a lot of people out of embarrassment don't talk about things like this. I know I was embarrassed to talk about it. So there's nothing to be humiliated about. You are a survivor, and there's always a way out. So please check out the link below to find out how you can help yourself. I'm going to use a Sigma E30 brush, and I'm picking on the Chanel Universal Powder in the color 22 Rose Claire. It is, I believe, discontinued, but if you really look for it, you'll find it. So I'm going to take just a little bit, and I'm going to place it on my crease. Also, I would love to see some comments down below of survival stories from you guys and what you've done to get over this, because I just find myself in limbo right now. Like, I haven't come to the place where I've really broken down yet. I'm a strong woman and I can take a lot. And I promise you, if it was somebody else, somebody skinnier, somebody smaller than me, not as physically strong as me, they would have died that night. So I'm going to pick up on a Morphe times Jaclyn Hill JH30 brush. And don't forget, guys, for Sigma and for Morphe, I have a code called HRUSH. So use my discount code. I'm going to pick up on Hoola Lite from Benefit Cosmetics with this brush. It's a pretty fluffy brush, and I'm going to tap that in to my crease like so, and I'm gonna blow it out. A lot of you guys have been asking me where I got this mirror from. It's not from Origins, it's called Reiki, and I'm going to pull it out because I always like elongating my eyes. So we're gonna take a Sigma E30 brush. It's like a pencil brush, and using the MAC concealer, I'm just going to put it underneath my waterline. Also, you guys, Audible is the leading provider in spoken word entertainment and audiobooks, ranging from bestsellers to celebrity memoirs, ranging from news, business, and self-development. So we are going to flick that out and then go in with the Hoola Light Bronzer with the same brush and just pack that in all throughout. I don't even know like how to really speak about it because I know you guys have a lot of questions. Some of you guys didn't like him from the beginning. I don't know what set him off. What's unfortunate is what is done, and I was trying to be classy and keep my mouth shut about it. I've just been through a lot in my life, and I never I'm not a gossip. I don't really put other people's personal business out there. I found myself being in a situation where he was just talking to so many people about it and downplaying it, where it's very simple. All you have to do is just Google the case, the charges. And now I'm going to go in with the Hoola Caramel on the edges. I just have like a gut feeling he's going to do it to somebody else, because somebody that has done it to 5 people in the past, their behavior is not going to magically disappear. Especially if you're a narcissist, you are going to try to play it like it's not your fault. I didn't know what I was doing. His whole thing is, I don't remember anything. I'm so sorry. I don't remember. But apparently he does remember, because he has a lot of different stories to tell a lot of different people. And I mean, I really don't care. I just care about everyone else being safe at this point. And it's my duty as a woman, as a human being, to make sure everybody understands the dangers of being around anybody like him. So I'm letting you know, this is not like a bashing campaign. It's, I don't want another girl to be in the same position as me, period. I'm taking the Hoola Caramel now, and I'm just going to marry that in underneath with the Hoola Light. And I'm going to take the same pencil brush. It's a Morphe brush again. And I'm going to pretend I'm making an eyeliner. So we're creating like tiers of it. I bet you guys didn't think that was a story, because so many of you guys thought it was something else, but I wish it was something else, honestly. I wish it was something more simple, not so serious. And a lot of you guys have been saying like, don't let a guy dim your light. It's not him that's dimming my light. It's the situation. I don't think about him. I don't care about him. I'm disgusted by him as a human being. It's hard. I don't know where I stand in life anymore. I just can't believe a single event can change the trajectory of my entire life. Like, after this, I will never be the same. So now we have the base down. I'm gonna go in with the Hoola Caramel again, and I'm using an Anastasia, it doesn't say the name, but it's like a blending brush. And I am going to go on the inner corner right there, and in a circular motion like so, I'm gonna pull it out. Comment down below if you guys have any questions, because this video, I promise I'll be answering questions, because we're on more of a serious note. Who knew, huh? And I'm sorry I'm not discussing full details again, like how I stated before. We are in the middle of a criminal investigation and trial, so I can't really say too much. Obviously, I said this much, so I promise to you guys, once it's all said and done, you guys will have the full details of what conspired that night. I just think I've never heard of a story of somebody trying to kill their girlfriend because it wasn't working out. Like, I can't even like say it seriously because I don't believe it. Like, I don't believe my life right now. I don't believe what I'm caught up in. Like, I don't believe any of it. Like, I'm just so fucking shocked. Like, me? How? Why? Why didn't I open my eyes? Why do I give everyone the benefit of the doubt? There were so many red flags. I could have knitted a sweater. I'm picking up on Viseart. They're brown. It's a shadow palette. I'm going to go in on the crease, and I'm going to bring it in on the inner corner as well. This is going to be like a dark eye look. And honestly, without me saying anything, so many of you out there already kind of caught a vibe. I don't know how. So many people reached out to me in my DMs and my messages saying, I can tell you're going through something. I was very quiet on social media for a minute. Obviously, I was healing. I was bruised, internal bleeding, inflammation, fractures, concussion. I was completely healing and I was completely off of social media. I'm done hiding, you know? And no one's gonna make me crawl up in a corner. It's not gonna happen. So taking the same color again, I do it like a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. I'm going in again on the inner corners. I'm going to pick up on a Pro Concealer brush from Sephora. It's the number 45. I'm going to pick up Urban Decay Beach 16th Street. If you guys know me, this is what I do with my shadow palettes. I use Z palettes. I break them apart because I can't carry so many palettes with me. So it's like a bronzy tone. I'm going to take that and I'm going to very lightly first place it in there. So another thing that's really helped me like overcome this situation, Audible also has guided meditations. If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for meditating, like I don't know where my mind would have gone. I would have like gone crazy. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm going to spray on my finger, and I'm picking up on the same tone. You know how you do kind of like a swipe when you're swatching? You're gonna swatch your eyelid. Pretty, right? And I'm using the Cover FX Dewy Finish Spray. Also, I think it's really important if you have a friend that's in a situation like mine that you sit them down and talk to them and don't let it get as far as it has gotten for me. So now I'm gonna pick up on Soleil Tan the Chanel. It's called Sunkissed. This is what it looks like. It's a really pretty like shimmery bronzer. That's what it looks like. I'm going to pick up on a rare pencil brush and I'm going to dip into that. This is a really cool trick to make your inner corners like poppity pop pop. And I'm just going to like place that right there. I'm going to place it under the eye as well. I am going to pick up on another color from Urban Decay N1, the Naked Palette one. I always have like little codes for it. It's called Half Baked with the same brush. And I am just going to pop that on to my inner corners. See, when you put that dewy glow underneath, it actually just really amplifies the shadow to gleam and shine more. I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to put it like you see the difference? How that gave my crease more life. Now you can even do that with like an eyeliner or like glitter liner. Whatever floats your boat. I am going to pick up on a dark brown from Viseart, and what I'm going to do is just hit the outer corner, kind of make it a little cat eye but not too much. So this book, the exercises it shows you like is really like good because obviously I tried them and like hello, it's been helping me during this time. When I sleep, I listen to it. This book basically will teach you like don't do that to antagonize the person with this disorder. Like stop engaging with them, stop giving them what feeds them. Like you're basically feeding them. I'm an empath, call me crazy if you believe it, you don't. I'm very empathic, and I feel like he was just draining my energy, and he was there just to like get as much as he could out of me, energy wise, anything I had to give. But the funny thing with him is I never viewed myself as a victim. The whole time I would just be like, he's going through a lot, let me help him, let me better him, let me like help him with his business. I can do this for him. I can do that for him. Little did I know I was about to eat a gallon of shit. So we got that part done, and I'm just gonna go right underneath on the outer corner of my lash line. I'm going to pick up on the color Teddy from MAC. It's a liner. I'm just getting my tight line. And along with the tight line, I'm gonna close, but I'm gonna get really close. So I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna be like, you seem fine. I'm a magician when it comes to hiding pain. That is maybe my greatest strength in life and also my biggest weakness, because I just hate crying. I've been staying with my parents because I can't even go home anymore. I have security 24/7. I never thought I would find myself in that position. Obviously, who does? And on top of it, I just don't want to accept the reality of the situation. I don't. It's easier to like pretend it's not there than deal with your problems head on, but I can't act like a 2-year-old. I do have to address it, and I do have to talk about it publicly, even though I really didn't want to. So I'm taking the same color, and I'm just going to go into the lash line on the bottom. You guys see how it's like coming together so pretty? My skin has been utter and complete shit from, like, I know you guys always say that I have good skin, but damn, yo, like, I paid for this more than bruises and bleeding and fractures. I am paying dearly with it, with my skin too. I always have like really clear skin, and my skin has just been insane. So I'm gonna go in with the same product on my lower waterline, and I'm gonna bring it diagonal to where my like arch would start and keep it right there because it lifts. If I went around, it would like bring it down. So we're only keeping it till right there. And that's a really cool trick if you guys want your eyes lifted up more, because if I put it over here too, it would like just drag it down. So like if you do it only on, you know, the exterior, it will not drag your eye down too much. Now I'm going to go in with NYX Golden Bronze, and I love this color. It's more of like a copper to me. It just gives you that sparkle. And honestly, this specific look that I'm showing you guys, I've done on Chloe, Kim, I've done it on JLo. It's like one of my like go-to bronze looks. I have the whole look memorized in my head. So I'm gonna go in with Dose of Colors. It's called Maple. It's a really cool product because you have the liquid version of it, and then when you open it up, it's like shimmery goodness. So I'm gonna turn it around, open it, and I'm gonna use my pinky for this, and I'm gonna dab it off because I don't want like too much of it. I'm gonna go right in the center, and literally just as much as your pinky hits, you're gonna hit it with the liquid, the cream. With the same finger, just clean it off so it's not like sticky. I'm going to go in with the specs. I'm gonna move it around a little. I'm going to get the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill JH40 brush. And what I'm going to do is on the outer part, I'm just going to kind of lightly brush all those colors together so it doesn't look so separated. So there is some rhyme and reason to it. And I'm going to blend out the edge of that gold. Now, I'm going to pick up on that same Chanel, and I'm just going to place it right there on my forehead and right there, tip of my nose, and with my finger down the bridge of my nose on the peaks of my cheeks. I have it on this cheek and not on this. I forgot to wipe. So there's the Chanel here, no Chanel here, so I'm putting it on, and it's just in like a circular motion. I never thought this day would come in my life, to be honest. I found a primer I like. So the Lorac Pro Skin Matte Primer, I'm very shocked. Literally, I've always been the person that says, I hate it, it breaks me out. There's no point of it, blah, 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 blah. But since we wear masks so much, I've really had to like figure out a way to make it stay, especially around the nose, you know? So I'm gonna put the primer on the back of my hand with my finger. I'm going to tap it in around my nose. I know a lot of people keep asking me, how do you prevent creasing from laugh lines? This is one solution. Hope it works for you. And then right here on my forehead, I always get oily. Now, You guys thought I was done with the maple, but I'm not. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of it, and you see right here in the center of the gold and the brown. Pretty, no? We are getting into foundation now. I'm gonna use the Terry Lip Balm because this is what I have in front of me. My favorite lip balm right now is like the Kylie Skin one, but this is here. It's like a lip conditioner. Sorry, it's not really a lip balm what I'm putting on. By Terry. I want to talk more about it, but I don't. Like I told you guys, once I started putting on the makeup, I'm not gonna cry. I refuse to. Again, I'm a survivor. I am strong, and the whole point of this video to say I am strong, and there's nothing in this world I cannot overcome. I know the day will come in private where I need to mourn. It's not only even like what he did, like I have to mourn the relationship. I've never been in a situation like this. No one in my life has ever treated me like this. It would be fake. Like I'm not a type of person where I can jump in front of the camera and be like, I'm not. Like, you can tell when my vibe is low, and I feel like a lot of you guys caught like how low my vibe is in the last video, so I'm just gonna keep it real. My channel, we keep it real 100. I'm gonna use the Stellar foundation, Stellar Beauty. If you guys don't know what this is, I love their foundation in the number 6. I'm going to pump it, and Sephora number 64 brush. I'm going to pick up on it. So this is a matte full coverage foundation. Right now I need all the coverage I can get just because my skin is good right now, but it was really bad because I was on medication, and anytime I'm on medication, my skin just, you know, does not agree with it, and my skin breaks out like crazy. And we're gonna do the highlight and the contour a little differently today, just because for this look I do it differently. I'm gonna grab a Morphe Y15 brush and just get into those hard to reach places. I don't know if it's me or if it's the air outside. Comment down below if you guys feel like, I don't know, like I feel like my skin is so dry for some reason. This is literally one of my favorite foundations in life. If I said top 5, this would be one of them. So I'm gonna take this cami sponge. I really, really like it. And I'm just going to like take the extra and really pack it in. So now I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty, the Tantour in Fair. So I'm gonna use the Morphe number 2 brush. Don't forget code HRUSH, and I'm gonna pick up on the Fair, and I'm just going to push it in. The Tantour and this foundation really work well together. Like a lot of the times you guys don't understand, like if I say if I'm using a different foundation with different products, it's because I find throughout the years, past a decade in my career, that certain products, the ingredients work well with one another. The mixture of them, it's like a more seamless finish versus if you guys are just like mixing things together. Like if you use a different like contour with this foundation, it might not come out so nice. Or if you use a different contour with, again, the same foundation, it won't have the same effect. I'm not gonna try to overdo it with the contouring. I'm just trying to keep it pretty natural on the skin. And the reason why I smile, I like to like give my blush a backbone. And I promise you guys, once the trials are over, I will elaborate a lot more. As you can imagine, I don't want to jeopardize the hearing at all by speaking something that his lawyer can use and say, oh, defamation of character, oh, bullshit this, bullshit that. I'm just giving you facts right now just because we are strong. Nothing is going to scare us. No threats to stay quiet. No one's going to bring us down. We're gonna get this gobbler right here. Thanksgiving is coming up. How crazy is that? I don't know if you guys do this. I lick it and then I clean my inner corners. In Armenians, we call it japurnad. You know, like your eye boogers. It's called the japur in Armenian. Speaking of, if you guys have not signed the petition in the ceasefire that was broken in Armenia, forcing Armenia to go into a state of war, please look at the link down below and urge Senate to help to pull military troops from Turkey to help end a war that is completely unnecessary. It's not even a war. It's so unfair. It's like 13 million against 3 million. One of my father's cousins' kids passed away. He was 18 years old because we have no other choice. Armenia doesn't have a huge military. So basically what ended up happening is all these young boys are volunteering to go to the army and fight when they haven't been in a fist fight or they haven't even held a gun in their life. but they're going to defend their homeland, and I find that so admirable. And another thing I've been hearing, so many Armenian men from America have been flying out to, not only Armenian men actually, a lot of men from America and around the world have been flying back to Armenia to protect the people. It is the most thing. Please Google it, learn, educate yourself of what's happening around the world. Honestly, I can't stress this enough. Enough of violence, enough of war. Can we see peace? Please. Gracias. So I'm going to take the darker tone now of the Huda Beauty. It's called Lite. I was on Fair, now I'm on Lite. Obviously, after what happened, my face is so swollen. If you guys saw what I look like, you would cry. I finally was losing weight. My eyes, you couldn't recognize me. I couldn't see. He basically choked me to the point I passed out and blood foamed out of my mouth, and I lost consciousness and lodged things down my throat and then choked me. So basically, I'm gonna go in with the light a little bit on the forehead just to amplify a tiny bit more. So that's why I've been, aside from that, not filming, because obviously if I came on here, I wasn't planning on talking to you guys about it, but if I came on here, you guys would be like, what happened to your face? I've had the best care. I can't thank you guys enough. Everyone that's been caring for me have been there. I just want to take a moment to thank all of my friends and family, any healthcare, any doctor that has really helped me get over this tragedy in my life. So let's contour the nose. I got a lot of contouring to do right now. So I'm gonna pick up on the Morphe 2. It's the number 2 collection, I'm guessing. It's all white. And I'm going to go into the light color from the Tantour. The first thing I'm going to do is going to be cutting my nose. It's so swollen, you guys. It does not feel the same at all. I'm gonna pull it from the top of my brow, and I'm gonna try to make it way more narrow than I usually do. I'm going to contour my lip and make it a little bit bigger. I can't urge you enough to have home security be put into your house, and also to have cameras in every single room in your house. I don't care who you are, it is very important. And if I didn't have that, I don't know, it'd be his word against mine. There's no words I can describe of how it transpired, because it's worse than anything I can tell you. It's the worst thing. I've seen a lot of shit in my life. It's the worst thing that I've seen. I'm gonna go in with the Il Maquillage. It's number 22. I'm Flawless. It is a color corrector, and I'm just going to very lightly put it on before I use my concealers underneath my eye. I've really not been getting any sleep. I don't know if it's my paranoia. I'm just yeah, I'm probably scared. I don't like going to sleep at nights now. I like to make sure that my dad is awake and he's around me, and he's obviously my saving grace. But I like to sleep during the day, maybe in my head. I think that if I'm sleeping at night, I don't know, I could be attacked. But if someone's around me, then they can keep me safe. I don't know how I come up with that in my head. So that's why I need the color corrector. I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Honey and Custard. And I'm going to pick up on an Anastasia A14 pencil brush. And I'm going to just swipe that right in the center of my nose and open that up like the tree of life. And this is the color Honey. I'm gonna go back in with that contour brush and just pull that shadow down a little bit. Also with the Honey, I'm going to make 2 lines to intensify my Cupid's bow. And then using the 71 Sephora Pro Concealer Brush, I'm going to mix those 2 colors together, and we are gonna get right into it. So the first thing I'll do is, you know how I just picked it up? It's gonna have a lot of payout, so I'm going to bring it in closer to my nose, drag it out to around your nose. I love this brush so much for concealer. It really, really allows you to play with it and evenly distribute. Again, the reason why I'm bringing in the light so close to the outer part by my nose is because it's going to make it look smaller. Now I'm just gonna go by my chin to make it stand out more. Pull it right underneath that contour with the residue. And we are going to blend my forehead. I really didn't know how I was gonna do this video because the last time I did it, I couldn't even like talk. I was like whimpering. But I guess time heals things, and honestly, like for me, I'm a type of person, I just want to know why. Why would someone do this to you? Why? Samir Arab, you have shown me why, and thank you for helping me get over the situation. I mean, I'm not over it. I think I'd be completely lying from saying I'm over it. But thank you for like helping me take the first steps. So I'm gonna go in, amplify this a little bit more to blend in the concealer. Remember that brush that helped me with the foundation? I am very lightly going to go over the contour to camouflage it. We're gonna go in with Cammy's sponge and very lightly put that all together. Now I'm gonna go in with the Chanel Universal Powder. One is discontinued, okay? I don't know what is wrong with me in discontinued products. They both say 22 Rose Claire. You can clearly tell one is more pink and the other one's more peach. But one is the original and the other one is the one that they brought back. So I like to mix the two. And what I'm going to do is go in with the Morphe M218 brush. Don't forget, darlings, HRUSH has a code HRUSH. I am going to go in with the sharper end and make sure all those creases are gone. Just like all narcissists in our lives, they're gone. I'm gonna pick up on the two tones, blend it on the brush, and very lightly, I'm going to first make sure my skin intakes it by powdering it in before like lightly baking. And that's not even like baked. If you are not a fan of baking and you have mature skin, this is such a better option just to lightly glaze over it and just leave it like this for your skin. A lot of you guys say you guys crease from baking, so on and so forth. This is your solution. And here I'm just going to pat it in because I don't want to move around the foundation. But do you guys see how it still glows even though I put powder? That's what I really like about this powder and the steps that we took with the glow underneath. Like even though there's like powder on it, see, it still looks glowy and pretty. So now I'm going to take a powder puff and I am going to very lightly set. So I'm going to take the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow. It's called Omega Shadow 500 Perfecto. And I'm using a Sigma Small Tapered Blending E45 brush. Make sure that line down the bridge of my nose stands out. Now I'm going to set around my nose too with Laura Mercier, but very lightly. This is like, because I'm so not tanned right now, I feel like this is a really good bronzy look for fair skin, medium to fair skin. And do you guys see how my skin just ate up all that setting powder that we put? So I'm gonna go in with my Serge Lutens brush and the bronzer, and I am going to just like pack. So with the rest of this, what I'm going to do is just going to bring my face back to life. For the blush, I am going to go with this Benefit brush. I think it's called California or something like that. It's a very pretty blush color, and I'm using Say Me 1.3 brush. And again, if you guys want to know what I used, the description is down below. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick up on a color called Dandelion from Benefit Cosmetics with a C.N. Richards London brush, Classic 20. And I'm just going to place it right there. It's kind of like a highlighter and a blush. I just feel like it like beautifully gets the blush and your concealer and the bake. And then for the glowy thing, I'm going to use the Fluid Sheer from Giorgio Armani in number 8. I'm going to pick up on a Real Techniques 402 brush. Pick it up, deposit it on the back of my hand. It's a really pretty like sheen, but it's pink. And I want to add a little glow right here. So I tapped it in and work it. So like one crazy thing, I know it looks wet, but this dries fast and it's like dry. Like it's not sticky. It's like the craziest thing ever. Usually like liquids like this, they always like, you can scratch them up and stuff. Not this one. I'm gonna go down the bridge of my nose with the Lorac Luxe Diamond Golden Hour palette in the color Capri. Give it a little life, and then I'm gonna make a little triangle right there. I'm gonna go on the side of my nose. Cupid's bow. Now I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Universal, and I'm gonna use a Sigma tapered highlighter brush F35. And what I'm going to do is pick up on this product, and I'm going to just brighten this area. And that way it kind of controls. If you guys didn't know, sometimes when you put like that like wet stuff, see how like thing it is, and now it's toned down, you can put powder over it. Not loose powder, but like it needs to be compact. And I'm just gonna put it in this like weird triangle area over here, just to brighten down my laugh lines. Let's move on to brows. So I'm going to use the Patrick Ta Shaping Wax. It's called Clear. We are going to grab the Dewy Finish Setting Spray from Cover FX. I'm going to spray that in because it activates the wax. And I'm going to take a spoolie and just really get in there. And I don't know why I do this. I don't know if you guys do it. Comment down below if you do. I make sure like the wax is in there because I feel like if you don't, like it kind of gunks your brows. So what I'm going to do, be careful not to get it on your foundation, is I actually cut my eyebrow hairs a little bit. It kind of gives you that laminated look. So if you are in between getting a brow lamination, try out this product, see how you feel. This is what you would look like with laminated brows. If you can see, I like totally cut my brows too much over here. I've had a lot of time on my hands, forgive me. I'm gonna go in, and you can actually do like hair by hair if you have the patience for it. You can use this product for your hairline too. I'm sure for your baby hairs too, to be honest. Like my hairline right there is so weird. I feel like this one hair just doesn't know how to pick a side. Let's get into the mascara. I'm going to use Hypnose Drama. It's waterproof. And before I put on mascara, I'm going to actually put some Duo Glue on the side so it gets tacky. And I'm going to go in and curl. I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin curler. I'm going to show you guys how to put on individuals today on your own eyes. But mascara, what I like to do is go from top. A lot of people find this weird that I do this, but I promise you it really makes your lashes look so full. So I did the top, and now I go and roll it out. I always feel like if you're gonna put on a lot of eyeshadow, you should tone it down on the lashes so the shadow shows through, you know? I'm going to hit my lower lash line, and I like to shake at the root, and I'm gonna bring it, I know this is weird, but I pull it like to the side, kind of like cat eye. Instead of like drooping it down, I feel like it makes your eyes look bigger. Right now I'm trying to make them look more sultry. Now I'm going to pick up on this lash line called Elevation Lashes. These are called Freedom 7s. They're individuals. I'm going to dip them in the Duo Glue. I hold the tweezer this way and I just let it go. That's just one end. Look at what a big difference it is already. So I always like to go like this way. And then I pop them in, and then you can control which way they go. A little bit closer. Comment down below if you guys want like a more detailed video on how to put individual lashes on yourself. Do you guys prefer strips or individuals? I don't know why I find putting on lashes satisfying, and I can't explain to you guys how much during this period, just like putting on my makeup, how it makes me feel. Like it just makes me feel good again. Now for the lips, I'm going to grab the Nude 1 lip liner from KKW Beauty. I'm just gonna line where that contour was, and I'm gonna line the outer edges. I'm going to pick up on a lip brush and go for the color from Stellar It's called Mythic. It's not really a gloss and it's not really a matte. It's like somewhere in between. It's like a nice little happy medium. Comment down below if you guys are like me. When something crazy happens to you, you choose just to ignore it and not talk about it at all. And like everyone keeps telling me that was obviously involved and saw what I looked like and saw what happened, and I'm not crying with glam on. That is absolutely not going to happen. You don't get that much out of me with what happened. I downplay everything. I'm not like a dramatic storyteller, and I won't ever make anything sound more than it was. I always make everything sound less than it was. I don't know why I'm like that. And I'm gonna go over where like the lip liner was, and this brush is called Classic 4 from London company. Now we're gonna go in with Mercury from the Morphe and Madison Beer collaboration. Don't forget, code HRUSH, Morphe. I'm just gonna put a little bit in the center. I mean, gloss I feel like has been canceled since COVID came around because of the masks. So I just put a tiny bit, and I'm gonna put it at like the Cupid's bow so it reflects really pretty. And then the next step is going to be the Cover FX Dewy Skin Finish. Let me get all this. With this, you gotta shake like a motherfucker. I'm gonna cover my eyes for this. And I like getting it on my chest too. You guys see like what it does? My Patrick Top fan. Anytime you get spit out with sprays, you can just take a synthetic brush. This one is Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush. And you just go and just go over it, and the spit out is gone. This is the final look. Thank you so much, Audible, for sponsoring yet another video. I hope you guys go out and get Samar Arab's audiobook, Becoming a Narcissist Nightmare. Thank you so much for being patient with me with what I've been going through. The reason why I talked about it without the makeup on, because I'm not gonna cry with makeup on. I refuse to. I am strong. This is the message of the audiobook, and this is my message in this video. I am strong. You are strong. We are all strong. You guys give me the strength to keep moving, keep pushing. I feel like if I didn't have YouTube right now, I would have curled up and felt like dying in a corner. But thank you guys so much, and thank you, Audible. Thank you, Samar Arab, for making me understand no matter what I did, how I acted, it was just never going to work out. It wasn't because I didn't love him enough or if I didn't try enough. Simply, some people are unfixable. We all have narcissists around us. Please analyze everyone in your life. And if you find any type of narcissist around you, please understand they have no empathy for you. They do not care about you. There is no way, shape, or form that there's any room in your life for anyone that is a narcissist that is broken down from each type in Samar's Audible. Please go ahead and give it a listen and let me know what you guys think. Text HRUSH to the number 500 and use my code for a discount. See you guys next time. Love you guys so much. Thank you for giving me the strength. I love you forever and always.